This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. It's turning out to be a little bit of a rock and roll themed week this week on my channel. I've just put Wednesday's video up, which is also quite sort of 50s rock and roll orientated, so watch out for that one. Yeah, but whenever I do this kind of video about anything 50s rockabilly rock and roll orientated, it always seems to do pretty well. So I thought I'd do another one. I've done a video on Scotty Moore a little while ago, a couple of videos on Chuck Berry. And I thought today it was Buddy Holly's turn, and you've just obviously heard there the solo from That'll Be the Day. Now here's a little bit of an explanation about what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay, let's take a look at what we've got going on here, beginning as always with what we're playing over. It's basically a 12-bar blues in the key of A, this kind of thing. Exactly what you'd expect. 3 chords, A, D and E, 12-bar blues. And a 12-bar blues in the key of A usually calls for the A minor pentatonic, and that's exactly what we're doing here. But we're going to use a capo at the 5th fret to do this, because it's going to give access to some of the shapes that we're going to need to play later. So essentially a lot of the solo is coming out of this scale pattern here. So let's have a look at the first few licks. They go like this. And then we bring in this note here, like that, so we get like that, and then we bring in another note here, which essentially forms this little chord shape, which if you were to play it down here, that would be D7. Played up here, it's an A7, and this is happening over the final bar of A before we go up to the D, the 4 chord, and that it just plays like some sort of triplet-y kind of thing on this. Like that, so, oops. And then what do we do when we go to the D chord? Well, we just go into a rhythm guitar part. You wouldn't tend to do that these days, but this is the advantage that Buddy Holly had as being a pioneer of something. There was no rule book to follow, so he just goes into and then follows that down back into the A chord. Like that. Nice bit of palm muting on there. Really makes it sound big and sort of chunky. Then this is the reason really why we've got the capo, because we want to go into this B7 shape, which up at this part of the neck gives us an E7 chord. So it's first finger there, second finger there, third finger there, and your little finger down there. That's a B7 shape, and you go like that, just coming off with that little finger towards the end of it. And then into an A7 shape, which capoed up here gives us the D7. Like that, so. Then this little chromatic descending riff, which you also find on the intro. Like that. You can see I'm using hybrid picking to play this. Pick on the 3rd string and 3rd finger on the E string, but you know, you can do it just with a pick if you want. Up to you which way you do it. And then after you've done that, just a bit more of that B7 shape to give us the E7 chord for the turnaround. Then we come back into the song on a D chord, which capoed up the 5th fret is the A chord. Here's the whole solo played, relatively slowly. And there you have it. Good example of how you can use a minor pentatonic to give that kind of bluesy sort of sound, and integrating chord shapes into a solo. And, it's typical of the sort of thing that you would see, that combination of a little bit of pentatonic and a little bit of chord shape stuff in early rock and roll songs like this one. So go away and have some fun with what you've learned. And there is, of course, a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo. That little explanation you've just seen there and a backing track to play along with all of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is, as always, in the description. It's only $3 or £2.50 a month, and you get access to all of these other bits and pieces that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to everybody who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down below in the description. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful and informative and perhaps a little bit inspiring. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream on Friday. I know it's only Monday, but we have to have something to look forward to on these cold January evenings, don't we? Yeah, every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time, we have a beer and just talk about music and guitar and whatever else crops up. It's a fantastic way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.